I currently own a couple of different companies. One is a freight brokering company, and the other is a combination of a transportation and wooden pallet manufacturing company. We currently provide a lot of services to local businesses in the Western New York area, and I come from a manufacturing background, a little different than some of the class participants that I participated with at the Commercial Capital Training Group, but I have an extensive knowledge of owning my own business and always have a constant need for the influx of capital, whether it be equipment or funding. I've got a lot of responsibilities. My employees rely on me to make sure that I make the decisions to keep the company afloat, whether we're going through difficult times or not. So my interest in commercial capital training was first to gain some inside information on alternative funding that the local banks just don't present. I'm always looking for alternative ways to gain access to funds. After many question and answer sessions with Mike, who was very patient, I decided to attend the training and see just exactly what this training encompassed. When I first attended on day one, everyone's got that same look about them. Did I make the right decision? Did I go with the right company? And it wasn't long before Chris eased that thought process with everybody in the group. Very professional, very humble trainers, and we got into a situation on day one where you knew that you had made the right decision. Everybody's shoulders kind of relaxed, and the note-taking began. So the environment right on day one started to really get everybody upbeat and realizing there was a lot more to this training and program than you could expect. The amount of effort, thought, and concern for each graduate's success outside of class was absolutely displayed in each training session. And the 7 days were absolutely needed to get the full extent from the software development they extend to you, the lender relationships they offer to you, and really the marketing strategy and how to promote yourself in this type of industry, no matter what experience you have. There were local bankers that learned things in the class that I participated in, and again, myself coming from a manufacturing background, always relying upon a banker, really gained a self-confidence in myself to be able to not only give myself credit solutions and funding options, but I'm going to be able to extend that to local business owners across the country. Chris was an unbelievable trainer. I've never been around somebody that's had the patience to field as many questions as he did. Some that were pertaining to the information we were going over, some that were just questions that people had for quite a while pent up before they got a chance to come to the class. Chris answered everything with the utmost patience and thoroughness that you could expect out of a trainer. So we were very fortunate, again, to have somebody like Chris who's gone through this type of environment as an owner and participated with all these lenders to answer the questions that we had and the concerns, and to voice basically the advantages that we would have going into this industry, along with the pitfalls to avoid for ourselves as a business owner and also for our clients. This program offers a diverse opportunity to make unbelievable amounts of money, but also to help your clients gain the access to funds that they would never be able to do from local business transactions. So when you're going to a local bank, they're limited at the amount of resources and availability that they have to help you. And with this program, after having Chris's direction for 7 days, and again, it is a much needed 7-day course, to cover all the things that Chris has encompassed as a lender and a credit analyst. So as we provide these solutions for the customers, it gives us all kinds of alternative routes to help the startup company that's just struggling, that needs a jump start, along to some of the projects that need up to hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund. Until attending this class, These are things that you just kind of read about on the internet, and you wonder if they're actually possible. But by the time you finish your 7-day training, you've met the lenders that actually back these transactions. They've gained your respect, and you have a lot of trust with those lenders because of the relationship that Chris has made with them over the years. We were not disappointed. Each day, I know myself and a couple of the class participants couldn't wait to get back to the hotel room, to call friends or other business associates to kind of inform them what we had newly discovered as options for assisting our own businesses along with new clients. So the class, again, overly met any expectations that I had entertaining coming to Commercial Capital Training Group. And by the time it was over with, we had met some lenders that you'd have no idea how to get in contact. You would not have the trust of these lenders coming from outside avenue that they weren't familiar with you as an individual. And Chris's company really bridges that gap and gives you the option to contact any of these lenders at any time to ask them questions and to see just exactly if your client's needs would meet their program. So by the time you go into this business, you will not only have gained an unbelievable amount of information and knowledge on how to market yourself, how to approach these clients, but from the lender aspect, you have their utmost respect because of Chris and John, and they'll answer any question that you have, and their goal is to work with you for a very long time. I would absolutely recommend this class to anybody. I would field any phone call and answer any question that anybody would have. After meeting with Chris and his group, there's definitely an environment there that I would like to see more people be able to participate in. As a small business owner, I have a lot of needs for funds, and they haven't been met. So just for myself, for my traditional businesses that I own, I now know that I can help myself in any situation that I encounter. I can get my business jump-started if it needs to be. I can expand it. I can reach into larger markets. And those are things I would not have been able to do through the traditional banking avenues. So I would highly recommend this class to anybody that's looking to really help themselves and help small business and large business owners. There's no limit to the amount of funding programs that Chris and his lenders offer to the students of Commercial Capital Training Group. You're able to fund A credit customers and D credit customers. So again, that individual that's stumbling a little bit and he's got a great company but just needs a little support and someone to believe in, along from the guy that hasn't skipped a beat and he continues to expand his business. So again, I would highly recommend this training to anybody that's looking to make a business for themselves and look to help other people. I want to personally thank John and Chris for giving us the opportunity to attend this training. The investment was nothing compared to the amount of information and relationships that we gained. Also, the dedicated staff at Commercial Capital Training Group was impressive, from assisting us with our website and design of our logos, just to every last aspect. The continued support that they offer was definitely evident when you attended the training. From an outsider view, before you attend, you're nervous, you're concerned, but the class over-exceeded any expectations that myself or the participants that I was in class with had, and it's just an unbelievable amount of information that's extended to the clients and the graduates of Commercial Capital Training Group. I would definitely have been disappointed if I didn't attend this class.